listeners, how do you do? This is my podcast and it's just for you. It's called TED Talks and it's a load of shite, but I hope you enjoy it because I've kept it like it's about an hour long and all about Teesside, the people, the places and the Boro Pride. Now then, podcast listeners, this is episode 75 of TED Talks, the TED Hanky podcast. It's proper class and that, you know what I mean? I'm joined by my good mate, Mala, as always, in the shed of what would you call it, Mala? The shed of what?
The shed of wood. But, like, some people have said it smells of shit, so maybe the shed of shit.
The shit shed.
Well, actually, that smell doesn't come from the shed. It comes from the ablutions that are quite close to the front of the shed. Out the door, maybe I should move them into the alley. Here, Ted, hang on, right? I want to show you this. Look at my advent calendar, man. I've made it myself in class. Look at that.
Hang on, what? Talk me through these pages. What the fucking hell's on that?
Yeah, well, right. You know, like when you're a nipper, like, and you go down and you open and you get a bit of chocolate. Well, I've done that, but with tabs, right? And, right, so you don't know, I picked them all up off the ground. So, like this one here, when I opened it up, that was like half a Regal Eagle, right? And then I think, like, today's was Embassy. And, like, I don't know what the rest are in because I've mixed them all up. It's going to be class.
Oh, I bet you Christmas Day, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is going to be a toss-up between, a Portland Woodbine and a John Player Smith special.
Yeah, well, of course, it could be. But, right, I've also got some Marlborough Gold in there. And, like, that is Christmassy in it because, like, if Jesus, right, he was going to be born in Thornaby, someone might bring him gold Marlborough type.
Gold Marlborough, yeah, and leading up to that, they're probably going to snaffle a few camels as well. You see what I did there? You see what I did? I bet your camels are in there because they're festive. Is there such a thing as Star cigarettes? Because there should be.
Well, let's make them. I'm not asking.
Star of David Tabs. We'll bring them out. Yeah. quite big in the Jewish market.
There's loads of that round here in this, so we're going to be started.
It's weird, isn't it? The ethnicities that live in Teesside, and I don't even know who, what, where, what ethnicities are in Teesside, because all I know that everyone on Teesside is one of our own. Yeah. That's right, isn't it?
Well, because I tell you what, like we've said a million times on this show, right? It doesn't matter if you're black, you're white, you're Cuban, you're Asian. It doesn't matter like where you come from in the world. It doesn't matter what false god you prof, because no, there is no gods. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you want to pretend to support somebody, go for it. Like, you know what I mean? Some people support Hartlepool. That's bad enough, right? But we are Teesside. We are proud, right? And it doesn't matter. The rest of the country can all be like knobheads and that. We are not, because we are Teesside. And we'll give you a bat.
Yeah. And it's quite good that you mentioned the Cubans there, because there is a very large Cuban district in Berwick Hills. There isn't really. I don't even think anyone from Cuba's ever been to Middlesbrough. And if you do listen to the podcast in Cuba, come over and bring with you some of those fantastic cigars so I can sell them on Doggy Market.
But don't do like Hamilton Rickard, because he was from Colombia, wasn't he? And all the lads could like presents off Hamilton.
Oh, he used to mule bags of whiffy up his bum for me. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? He was, because he was such like a wide chap, you could get almost 3 kilos inside of his arsehole.
Yeah, like I'm telling you now, like told you, this is why you get it first hand from us, right? What he used to do is smuggle it up his bum, right? And then he used to open the packet, because his arse cheeks, right, were proper muscly. Think about Big Hamilton Rickard, right? He used to open the packet and he used to roll it down his leg onto the white line, so the coppers didn't know what he was doing. You know, when he was walking on the pitch, he'd like shaking his leg and he'd be dropping all the whiffy on there, right? And Bobby Fowler only found out, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Do it. Like, well, he did once a borough and proper got it, and he used to think they were all like that.
And we used to pay that ball boy to pick it up for us, didn't we, as well? So
we were not involved in any drugs.
Oh no, we weren't.
Whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who started this all off as well? Brian Robson, when he signed Jaime Marino, and he was the first drug importer into Middlesbrough from a South American country, and that's why he used to get his game for the Borough, because he was knocking out the old devil's dandruff in the changing rooms. And Viv Anderson was always off his chops. It was always in his tash, whiffy in his tash.
Doesn't it make you horny as well? That you know what I mean, Big Viv.
Oh, I thought you meant whiffy in the tash.
Oh, yeah. Well, this makes sense, because where else would a Bolivian drug dealer live except Thornaby? And that's where he lived, wasn't it? In that dead posh house on Westbury Street.
Yeah, he did.
Opposite what used to be the Wesley pub when that was class, right? And he used to live there, didn't he? And I'm sure, Ted, did you not? Used to go and knock his sister off.
We've talked about this in episode. I used to dabble Marino's sister, and I've got to say, she had a truly splendid bush.
Do you? Well, yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Oh, I miss them days. I really do. Oh, long gone are the days of Middlesbrough signing fantastic sort of South American football. And now, I mean, the closest I got to a bush was when Abel Xavier dyed his beard for me. That's the last time. And he's Portuguese.
Yeah, we don't now. Right now, we get ginger lads from Sunderland, but he's class, so I'm happy with that.
He is class. I do agree with that. Duncan and whatnot.
Duncan whatnot, yeah, he's class, man.
I don't like people calling him the Ginger Janino, though, because let's get a few things straight here, right? Janino was fucking class, right? He played for the best country in the world. He won the World Cup, and he worked wonders for Middlesbrough. Duncan Whatnot played for Sunderland. He was injured, and he's ginger, right? There's no comparison with Janino. Duncan Whatnot's doing it in the Championship. Janino did it at the highest levels. So stop calling him the Ginger Janino, and instead just call him, I don't know, the Ginger Blackmore.
Yeah, I'm having that, right? And while we're on this, right, I agree with this. And everybody, can you stop calling Jimmy Savile the white Emerson, right? Because he's no like Emerson. He's crap, man, right? And he doesn't smoke fags, and I've never seen him dance in the Empire.
I know you're on about now, George Savile, not Jimmy.
No, yeah, George. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Imagine him in midfield, bloody hell, in his shell suit. Training when he fucking the under 15. Right, we won't go there. We won't go. Actually, you've got me on a good story here, right? I don't know if you remember before when the local guy Rolf stood for elections and no one had voted for him because he was called Rolf Harris, and they thought he was the Rolf Harris, can you guess what it is, you kids? That one. And it wasn't. It was just Rolf. He looked out like him. He didn't even have a beard, and he couldn't fucking draw. But he was running for councillor, and people wouldn't vote for him because of the name Rolf Harris. Like, I've just found out, right, in Africa, right, in a country called Namibia, right, they've elected someone on a local election, right? And bear in mind, this is an African gentleman, and I don't need to describe what African gentlemen look like. He's called fucking Adolf Hitler. I swear down, Matler, they've elected someone, right? It's just unless they don't know who Adolf Hitler is, and that's just a fucking stroke of luck, He doesn't have a tash on a side part, and for starters, he's not white. You know what I mean? He's not a white supremacist. He wouldn't go down too well in Africa, would he?
Well, you never know. Well, right, I'm telling you now, Ted, right? You never know, because it's like the African lads are mad as fuck, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Like, that could have just been, what we're going to call him, Adolf Hitler. Doubt it. He'll grow up hard. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever seen that song, A Boy Called Sue?
A Boy Called Sue, no.
Right. It's not one of them lads that becomes lasses, right? It's like Johnny Cash, right? And he used to go, and he calls his son Sue, right? And then he buggers off, and then he fights him later on in life. And he says, hey, I only called you Sue so you grew up dead hard because you'd have to fight. Maybe that's what that family did. Maybe thought, he looks a little funny, him. Tell you what can we call a lad in Africa? Call him Adolf Hitler. He'll grow up hard as fuck.
Fucking hell. Do you reckon like the loads of parents in like the local village got dead jealous and going, like, fucking hell, if he's having that right here, we're calling ours Mussolini.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Just loads of dictators and fucking racist bellwhips from history all living in an African village. Clueless as to why. Bloody hell. It's mental, isn't it, man? I mean, freaking out. Imagine like if he got elected as like president of this Namibia. And, he has to go to the United Nations and they hand over to him and go, right, now we're going to have a speech from Namibia's president, Adolf Hitler. Everyone just goes, what the fuck?
And Adolf Hitler guy just says, hang on a second, I can't be bothered doing this. I'm going to pass over to my number 2, Oswald Mosley. And he gets up.
Yeah. And the Secretary of State for Namibia is Gerhard Himmler. They've just found a history book and got, I like them names, haven't they? They've not read it.
They've got to be up the tits, them lot. There is no way that you can do that, right? I'm not happy with that at all, right? African lad, you're going to get a bat if you come round here with a name like Adolf Hitler. Do you know what I mean? We are not happy with that, are we, Ted?
No, but I still do think it is better than calling your child Keith or Gary.
Do you know, like, Dirty Gary from, like, on the Bonley? We call him Dirty Gary, right, boys and girls, because he doesn't wash, right? Like, he really does, doesn't he? He stinks and he's probably dirty. But for some reason, he's always pulling lasses in the clock tower.
He pulls him in the clock tower, right? And he's got a mattress behind the back of Greg's on the Bonley, isn't he? He just scuttles him on that mattress.
Well, I don't know how he does it, mate. He's like a genius, but he's an unhygienic genius.
He's also a trained chemist, so I'm wondering if that has something to do with it,
Birds love like all that stuff you can buy in the chemist, don't they? Like oil of Vula and all that.
Yeah, like, here, smell me handkerchief, it's got dupe on.
Yeah, all the time, man. Here, Mala, smell that. Next thing I know, I wake up. Do you know what I mean? It's like, all the lads are laughing at us.
Snaffled your rollies, yeah. I don't know if you've seen in the news as well, but I don't know if we touched on this a few weeks ago, but those big, mad fucking silver monoliths have been popping up everywhere, haven't they? There was one in America and there's one in Romania. Now they're saying one's popped up in the Isle of Wight.
Yeah, right. I'm telling you now, don't believe none of that until you see one in Boro somewhere. Do you know what I mean? If you see a monolith in Eston, right, because it's like a big mirror, you're going to get one or two things, aren't you? This is why they won't pop up here. You're going to get some lad going up trying to fight himself in the mirror. Oh, you looking at? Hey, you daft cunt, I'll knock you out, and all of that. Or you're going to get some bird pulling fucking duck faces on it.
Yeah. Didn't we have one in the Boro before and you could text it and then a light came on? Yeah. Remember that in the middle? Like, look at me. I'm just going to text a message to this big daft silver fucking thing in the middle of fucking Linthorpe Road or whatever it was, Newport Road, I don't know. And then a little light had randomly come and go, that was my text, wasn't it, Susan?
I never had any credit for that shit, did I? But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, maybe it's something like that. Or do you think it's going to open up different portals to different galaxies and we might get some fit alien flange coming through?
What the fuck are they doing on the Isle of Wight, though? That's the thing. Yeah, alien lads, if you were cracking around on the Isle of Wight, I don't even want to know you. Do you know what I mean? Have you ever even been down the Boro? I tell you what, you wouldn't be coming down here. You'll be getting a bat, right? I tell you now, don't be bringing your monolith thing here unless you're selling monowith. Do you know what I mean? Then
yeah, you'll have some of that monowith. No, I'm telling you, mate, Isle of Wight, because it's tier 1. They've got their head screwed on, haven't they? You know what I mean? They can have a drink afterwards.
Yeah, they might have their head screwed on. They might be like cyborgs. You never know. They could actually screw their heads on.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is really annoying me, right? How come then, right, monoliths are wrapping all over the world, aren't they? They're turning up and like with little art installations for some strange reason. Fucking aliens like putting mirrors on shit, right? And people in London have been able to have a drink for ages now, and now they're all kicking off because they're not going to be able to. That's right. That's what I've heard.
You know what I say to those people in London, and I do apologise if you are in London. It's just a very friendly, Boochie, Boochie, Ajibo, doubt it, get back in tier 3, get back in your box. But I am a bit worried that Boris might all give them 10 grand each and put us in tier 4 or something like that, you know what I mean?
Well, this is why it'll be kicking off, because they can't even do that, and the transport is falling apart, man. Hey, I'm telling you now, like, one of the lads from down the club was telling me, saying, like, you can't do your cars over it anymore because, like, the council said, they've got no money and they can't be fixing the bridge up again. Now, obviously, we need that bridge because loads of people want to travel from Boro to... No, they don't, do they? No, they don't really.
It's great for drug dealers to get drugs into the Billingham border.
Yeah. So. Right, I've got a different idea for this, so, right, why don't they do it like a proper attraction? So, like, you get a lift up the top and then you walk across the top, don't you? And, like, make it like that and then get a lift down the bottom. You know, like when you go to the Empire State Building and that, and then you look and go, hey, man, look at this, it's class. Right, you can do that on the transport, it'd be mint.
Mate, that's a great idea. Charge £5 an entrance fee across, right? That includes your bungee rope in case you fall, right? And they'll get enough money then to save up for the 26 AA batteries they need to get it back working again.
Well, yeah, you know, it makes sense. But, right, we should be doing something with that, shouldn't we? This is the thing. Do you know what I mean? We should have, like, that should be like one of the things we do. Or we use it like as a massive washing line. Because think about that, right? They just put some loads of old birds up there pegging out. Do you know what I mean? On a morning.
Oh, that is a nice thought. You know what I mean? I'll be there underneath them beating one. Yeah, so, Mala, rumour has it, right, that on today's show, right, we're going to get visited, not off the ghosts of Christmas, but we've got two. We've got two celebrities coming in who are going to promote their Christmas show that they're doing and some other stuff. Oh, I think they might be here now. Hang on. Hang on, they're ringing Val, right? Hang on. How do I look? Do I look all right?
Yeah, I can't. Who is it?
It's hang on. I'll open the door. All right, lads, come on in. All right, Ted Hanky, all right, mate. We're just sitting over there. We need that. What the fuck? Need that fucking bucket full of shit. I'm not sitting there.
Yeah, well, it's these lads. The class, man. How are you in?
Right. Yeah, it's the offshore fight. Welcome, Barry. Welcome, Piper. Welcome, Barry.
All right, Hanky lad, aren't you? You know what I mean? Wouldn't want one of these onshore sheds. Look at the crack of this, Barry. Look at this. Look at the crack.
Fucking hell, you know what I mean? Like, do a bit of grouting up there, like, you know what I mean? Fucking tell you what, I got to do, like, I'll put some LED lighting up there, like, just PIR sensors come on, you know, no bother, you know what I mean? Just do it, like, 50 quid, go be job, you know what I mean?
Let me explain to you something, Mr. Hanky. The little mate here, he can be getting a bat. Do you know what I mean? I've been seeing him eyeing up the alloys on the car outside, mind. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Hanky. We are businessmen. Do you know what I mean? We are now normal celebrities as well. We're still offshore, man. Do you know what I mean? So don't be messing, or the boy will give you a bat. Isn't that right, kid?
Yeah, that's where I'll fucking spark you right out, I will. It's all right, guys. Listen, Mala was just looking at the alloys outside because he like, when he sees something reflective, he's a bit like a budgie, you know what I mean?
There was a monoliths that turned up outside.
We've just been talking about monoliths offshore, boys, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Our lass has a monobrow. You know what I mean?
It's just fucking monomyth. You know what I mean?
It's like what talking about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, hey, well, I was in it before you were. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, let me tell you something, Hanky. You know what I mean? Wouldn't want one of your onshore dinners. Do you know what I mean? We are local celebrities now. You know what I mean? We're going to be opening a bar in Eston probably earlier in the new year, where we are going to be cutting the ribbons, and then we're going to be getting on it with the lads, aren't we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're going to open one in Eston, and we're going to go down to South Bank and Grangetown as well, and then we might end up with Norman Barms first, like some food and some more drinks and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's going to be class.
Do you know what I mean? Look, we brought you the present for Christmas for you and your lads here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, here you go.
There you go. Look at that. That is your very own Brightland. Do you know what I mean?
Bloody hell!
You know what I mean? Just knocked it out.
Look at this.
I can't tell the time, mate, so you better have that one.
Well, yeah, I'll look after it for you, Mal. I'll put it in your Christmas box for you. You know what I mean? So that's great. I mean, they must be worth a couple of quid. Them, like, lads. Thank you very much. That's really appreciated. Is this from like offshore earnings, or do you get given them as bonuses? I don't know how it works.
Well, do you know what I mean? We don't we, Piper? Like we knock a Breitling. I mean, how many Breitlings have you even got? You know what I mean? Now, personally, I've got 17. Do you know what I mean?
I've got like fucking. I've got that many Breitlings. I've got as many Breitlings as I have fucking kids. You know what I mean? Some I don't know where they are. Same with Breitlings. You know what I mean?
Ever since I've started knocking his mum, you know what I mean? Like pulling his mum up. You know what I mean? Every time we go out and we do a brass, you know, like the lad here, I have to give him a Breitling so he doesn't tell his mum. Do you know what I mean? She's not bothered, man. Do you know what I mean? Because she's an offshore wife now. So she's down Yarm on a Tuesday night, you know, just like being normal and faithful to me as they all are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You fucking...
you knock about Yarm on Friday. What do you call him on Tuesday?
Well, shut up.
Yeah, he does, lads. Honestly, right? He says it's a proper MILF and they're all Gucci'd up and that. And then he plays in with him in the Gooch. That's what he tells me.
I honestly, I do not even attempt to slap my todger around their big puffed up lips. Well, I do not even do that.
Let me tell you now, Angie, you know what I mean? You're not offshore, kid. They wouldn't be touching you with a badge full, you know what I mean? I mean, listen, these women only want a bit of cock 3 weeks of the year, you know what I mean? 3 on, 3 off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they won't go anywhere near your fucking cheesy bellhead. You know what I mean? You look at the clip of you, man. You look like that serial killer that was on the Netflix documentary. I don't know which one. Like someone told us.
Like lads, right? I know you're all massive and that, right? And you've got steroids, like that. See, look at the size of that your arm, Piper. Like, and use a class, but don't you be taking the mick out of Ted Manny's class, right? Now we'll fight you. I've lost every tooth in my mouth sticking up for Ted, haven't I, Ted? Right.
Well, yeah, he has. Yeah, I mean, I don't normally let him stick up for me, but if it stops me getting a bat, then I do let Mala step in.
And I tell you what, you will bat me, right? But I mean, don't be calling Ted names because he's class.
Yeah, right. Listen to me, Mala. You little dipshit, right? You're a meth, you're a proper meth. You talk to me like that again, I'm going to fucking strangle you. I'll choke you right out. I will, a proper will, one buddy.
Lads, well, the boy. Hey, lads, let's get back on topic here. Hey, like you keep
yes, we should.
You keep your little man there sorted, and I'll keep the boy on a leash. You know what I mean? But you wouldn't want one of his godliness. You know what I mean? He's going to shot you well out. You know what I mean? Well, he's already been in. I wouldn't be messing with the boy. Before we come in here, we had to come through the house in the front, and he only went 25 minutes with his big bird, didn't he? So he's all sorted.
Yeah, it's very fucking cool, yo, Jolie. Like everyone knows that big fucking monkey cow.
Right, listen, right, stop that now. Listen, we can get back on track now. Everyone's going to go now, Jolie. I'm not bothered about that. You're here to talk about. I'm doing like proper journalism stuff for you. You know what I mean? Like next week, I might go and talk to prisoners on death row. But this week, I'm talking to you two guys because you're local legends, and I understand that you've got some things you want to promote. So fire away and let us know what the crack is.
Well, you know what I mean? Because we're businessmen as well as being offshore, you know what I mean? Every good offshore lad has a business. You know what I mean? Don't we in that iPad or?
Yeah. Either dealing or knocking off snidey sportswear.
Listen, we've got like a builders, you know what I mean?
We do some gardening dome as well, like, you know what I mean? Anything where you can add money and bury it.
Well, because we are businessmen and we have a little business opportunity for yourself, Hanky. And this is what it is, man. 3 on, 3 off. Don't want to be messing with one of your onshore businesses.
6 on 5 on, 6 on 5 on.
Right, so what we're going to do, you'll fill a lad in, Piper. Tell him.
Right, listen, this is the plan, right? Come closer, right? I'm going to tell you the secrets of the offshore legendary boys that we are. You're going to learn how to... It's like a pyramid scheme, right? But it's the different shape, if that makes sense. It's not like in the shape of a square like a pyramid is. So, right, what you're going to do is we are going to get you to drive in that fucking shit tip of a Capri you've got out the front there, right? You're going to go and meet my mate fucking Mickey Tomo, right, up in Shildon, right? And what he's going to do is he's going to hollow out the back seats, right? He's going to fill it with as many 8 balls as a man can carry, right? And you're going to bring that back over the border to me, and to Barry, and then we are going to give you a couple of quid to say thank you, and then we're going to go and cut it up, knock it out, and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
3 on 3 off, Barry. It's 3 on 3 off, Pibo. That was the wrong plan. That wasn't for these.
Oh, is that the wrong? Oh, gosh. Oh, are you on about the mugs?
Well, it was on the radio, mind, remember. Do you know what I mean? You just told half of the constabulary. Yeah, well, you know what I mean? He's talking about offshore stuff, you know what I mean?
Just offshore, you know what I mean? Sweep that under the carpet, lads, you know what I mean?
Well, he's talking about the mugs, you mug. Yeah, well, let me tell you. Anki, this is the thing. Wouldn't want one of your onshore mugs, but you can have an offshore mug. All you've got to do, Anki, right, is we're going to give you these mugs. Pivo's got them there. You are going to knock these out on your little webcasty thing.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
You know
do I get a percentage of the revenue?
3 on 3 off, mine. So we'll give you 3 quid and we'll take the rest of it off you. You know what I mean? That's how it works, innit, Pivo?
Yeah, that sounds fair enough, doesn't it, Mala? That sounds all right, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know, because I don't get no money, but...
No, you don't know. You'll be doing the currying, though.
Well, I can make a curry, so yeah. Well,
I love you daft bastard. It sounds good, that, yeah. So what's the design? Pibo, what is on these mugs, then? You got one there, haven't you?
Well, listen, like, what it is, like, look, you can see there, like, we don't want to put a picture of me and Barry on there because, like, we're known in the offshore quarters, you know what I mean? We're fucking pretty big deal. So we've put your big daft goofy fucking face on the front of it, right? And it just says on the front of the mug there, well, yeah, proper offshore me, mate. And then on the back of it, it just says offshore Doyle. So you can have them, you can sell them, and like I said, 3 on 3 off.
3 on 3 off, man. Do you know what I mean? Wouldn't want one of your onshore dinners. Do you know what I mean? These are the things that we're going to be coming on these mugs. You know what I mean, boys? And this is what yous are going to knock out of the masses, because for tax reasons, you know, we can't be doing it because we're offshore, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, okay. No, do you know what? This is pretty good merchandise, this. I remember in, I think it was 1987, and I had a Macho Man Randy Savage mug. It was official WWF merchandise, and that was good quality, and this is just as good. I'm really impressed, lads. I really am. I've got a couple more mugs that I'm selling anyway. I've got one that is, it's got a picture of me and my knickers, and it just says Top Flange on the back of it. And then I've got one, very similar design to yours, that just says... Yeah, what you fucking looking at, you daft little Doyle? And I thought I might, I'll just sell all them together. I'll add your merchandise to mine, and we'll see how we get on with it then, if that's all right, lads.
Hey, Ted, you haven't even took my merchandise off me yet. You know my egg cup that I've designed? That is, it's like when you cut out the egg box. So you've got the little bit that the egg sits in, and then like you can boil your egg and put it in there. And I've painted it. I've told you we need to knock these out, man. I can get all the egg boxes we need.
Yeah, but you're doing them for fucking Easter eggs, you dickhead. You know, you can only use them once a year.
Well, 3 on 3 off, mind. Have you heard the laddie? Yeah.
He's having a good time. You need a fucking divvy.
Yeah. Well, Malay, you know what I mean? We'll throw you a bone, mind. You know what I mean? How about you do your ropes, kid, and we'll get you off. You know what I mean? 3 on 3 off. I mean,
rope access.
Well, you can make like what? Let's have a think here. You can make 6 grand on a trip, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not to us, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't get out of bed for that, but you can do that, Mala, you know what I mean? All you need to do, kid, is can you stay sober for 3 weeks?
Oh, that's a tough one, can you, Mala?
Yeah, I'd rather be penniless.
Hey, Mala, you were just saying that. You were just saying to me before the lads turned up, you wouldn't mind popping over to Namibia for a job if there's any going out there.
Well, listen, we're going to have to go shortly, so you know what I mean? We're going to go and do a drop off, and I'm scuttling some lass who lives out in the corner from old mum.
Well, do you know what I mean? You lads have been in Tier 3, but we are offshore, man. So we're in Tier 4, which is offshore tier. Do you know what I mean? They've opened the Dickens up just for us, lads, and we go in, you know what I mean? We have a bit of a party, you know what I mean? We all get our Brightlands out, put them on the dance floor and have a dance around. Do you know what I mean? Wouldn't want one of your onshore parties. 3 on 3 off, mind. Right arm off. Taxis here, kid. Let's go.
Yeah, and we get as much free cafferys as we want in the Dickens, because you know what I mean, we know people in that.
Right, before you go, lads, I know your taxi's just pulled up, sorry about that. Next week's show, I believe we've got a special on next week's show. Can you just tell us a little bit about that, because we're going to play it next week, aren't we, and that, you know what I mean?
Well, do you know what I mean? Hey, like, just for you, like I'm told, you know, I'm telling you, we're on the buttered, aren't we, you know what I mean, aren't we, Pipe?
We're fucking right on, man. We are. It's we've got like a Christmas special show that me and Barry have recorded together, but specifically for the TED HANKY podcast, and it's going to be proper class. And it's just like me and Barry. We're back from offshore. We've done like all of the travelling and that, and we're out partying because we're allowed to do whatever the fuck we like. You know what I mean? It's just got loads of stuff that goes on in it, and that it's going to be mint. So if you don't tune in, I'm gonna come round your house. I'm probably going to scuttle your lass, and I will track down another family member of female origin and scuttle her as well. So it's a double risk, isn't it, Barry?
Well, do you know what I mean? And I will show up in my brand new Jag, you know what I mean? And make you feel inferior because you went to university and I didn't, but I work offshore, mate.
You know what I mean? And we've got loads of Breitlings and loads of fucking money and you haven't. You know what I mean? You still live with your mum.
Yeah, I don't live with my mum. I live with my sister in the shed. So there you go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right, okay. Right, all right, well, we'll see you later, lads. Thank you very much for dropping in. We look forward to seeing that episode, hearing that episode next week. See you later.
Well, see you later, you fucking dickheads. Oh, Barry, well, let's go and fucking chart this up.
Yeah, I tell you what, they've got a factory. They're off their heads, them lads. They turned up in their own car, Ted. Look, it's out there still.
Mad as fuck, you know what I mean? Why is one of them still one of them's got in a car and the other one's just like on a BMX?
I don't know. I've never seen a man with his hands down his pants so much. That was
he's still got him down his pants now. He's doing no under on that BMX. You know, I don't know. You know what I mean? He's just took his top off as well. Fucking what a pair of scoundrels. I like them though. Do you? I think they're all right.
It's like yeah. I thought like I was going to get a bath for a minute there, but you know what I mean?
No, it does, mate, because you know we're just as legendary as them, you know, and it'd be like you know, like I've touched on the WWF already, but it'd be like where, you know, like the Rockers fought the Heart Foundation, but then they all became friends. It'd be like that.
I think it'd be more Tupac and Biggie Smalls. Do you know what I mean? Because
the guy who owns the dry cleaners and
the bloke who Tommy Tuckers. Well,
Biggie Smalls dry cleaners. You know what I mean? He gets it wrong all the time. Like, you know what I mean?
He's an Italian lad, him anyway, isn't he?
He's always talking with his forearm. You know, hey man, you mean? Okay. I don't know. Right, Mallet. Well, you know, it's nearly the end of the show. Is there anything you need to say or do or promote, or are you just going to fuck off? What are you doing?
Right, well, let me tell you now, right? They've left their car outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Ginkus and Franco and we're going to have a snoop about and see if we can get them alloys off, because I know that NASA's always after alloys, especially ones on a car like that. And then I'm going to ring up and say that someone's nicked their alloys and hopefully they'll give me a prize.
Yeah, it's weird how they left one car and just. I wondered if the BMX is just so he can do some stunts at the top of the road where that fit lass lives. You know what I mean? So I tried to do it on my skateboard, didn't I? But I ended up falling on my face. So,
yeah. Well, right, I'm going to get off now with Ginkus. Right, if they come back, I'll have to do a runner. So I'll see you.
Yeah. I'll come back, I'm locking the fucking shed up. See you later, Mala. See you. Mala there. All right, Mala there. I have to snaffle some alloys because he's just, you know what I mean? He's just thought of me. That's what they do. So, yeah, good. Well, that was a rather interesting episode this week, wasn't it? A few unexpected visitors. I was expecting them really, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, do check out my shop online because I'm selling those mugs, genuinely. I've sold a shitload of them already, to be honest. There's some different designs on there. They're all proper mint. There's cups on there for your lass. There's cups on there for your mates. There's cups on there for people you don't like. And I'm even going to be putting on some t-shirt designs as well. Going to be proper class. So just go to tedhanky.com/shop. That doesn't mean you have to have a piss facing forwards. It's a terminology used on the internet. And have a look, see what you think. Some good Christmas presents there, and get them ordered before the last Christmas post, whenever that is. You know what I mean? I can't guarantee you'll get it before if you don't. So there. As always, big thank you to Showcase Comedy, Boro Fan TV, and the last stop to Edinburgh, all my sponsors. I'm working on a new sponsor with a local big business as well. That's going to be proper mint, and they're going to give us some free giveaways and stuff for the podcast. So watch this space for that. That's going to be class. And you know what I mean? The Boro got a good win with Duncan Whatnot, getting some goals and that. So things are looking up. It's going to be a proper class Christmas and that. So remember, next week's show, it's an Offshore Boys special. Make sure you tune in and look after yourselves. And as always, up the Boro and believe.